And we are live! Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news on Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. And in this video, I'm going to be talking of Ethereum, which recovered from the crash 1 week ago. I'm gonna talk of Polkadot, which is an Ethereum alternative that is getting a lot of traction. It's very important to pay attention to this. I'm going to be talking of the latest news in DeFi. So Synthetix launched something that is going to be a real game changer. And also we have big news on the institutional side with a huge bank in the US making a move to crypto. It's a super important development. If you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host, and on my channel Eat the Blocks, I teach blockchain development. And before we continue, quick mention to my new course on DeFi development. If you want to become a developer in the DeFi industry, which is exploding now and that has a huge demand in developer, check out this course. But for this course, you need first to be a blockchain developer. So if you don't know blockchain development, you need to follow my other course first. Okay, so hi to people in the chat. Hi THX, and I'm sure there are more people, but maybe they are sleeping now. I don't see too many people today in the chat. What's going on, guys? Show your face, okay? Don't be shy. So we're gonna start with Ethereum. So Ethereum is recovering from the crash. So 1 week ago, we all remember there was this horrible crash. I think there was something like minus 33%, something like this. So I mean, it's really scary for newbies, you know. If it is their first crash in crypto, they think, oh my god, this is the end of the world. You know, guys, like this is really nothing. Like if you've been in crypto for a while, like before, for example, at some point for Bitcoin, I think the largest crash that was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, it was like minus 95%. Okay, so like this crash like minus 30%. Come on, like this is really nothing. It's just the weak hands, you know, like all the newbies that are, oh my god, it's too much, I cannot take it anymore. No, you know, it's crypto. It's why you can have like the crazy gain. Like you have to be able to go through like turbulent periods. So it's fine. I don't care, like minus 30%, minus 40%, minus 50%, you know, like I don't care. I'm still there. Like I don't even check the price. Who cares? Also very important statistic is the second week in a row where Ether beats Bitcoin. Very noticeable. Like before, that was always Bitcoin that has more performance than Ether, but maybe this is the beginning of the flipping. What I believe is that Ethereum is really undervalued to Bitcoin. So going forward, it's better if Ethereum doesn't go up too fast like we saw a couple of weeks ago, because if that go too fast, for sure at some point, like all the buyers are exhausted and then you're going to have a big crash. So I just hope that the growth in the next few months is going to be a little bit slower so that it can be a little bit more smooth. But yeah, we cannot change, we don't have control over this, unfortunately. Very important for the price of Ether. So Grayscale, which is one of the major crypto funds, raised $700 million in a day. So that's the largest money raise they've ever done. So the majority of this money is going to Bitcoin, but now they also started to invest in Ether. So it's also bullish for us. I mean, I'm sure you guys also hold some Bitcoin, but when it comes to Ether, it's going to be good as well. On the gas price, so this week we are cooling down slightly compared to last week, but still we're on really high plateau, and now with the really high Ether price, it's already becoming super expensive to do transaction on Ethereum. So in terms of Ethereum 2.0, this week there wasn't much traction, not many new money invested, but I mean that's fine. I mean we already have like way enough, you know, like we don't need any more now. That's if we have more, that's a bonus, but it doesn't really impact the project today. So here you can see the yield that you will make now if you become a validator. So now we are below 10%. As we have more and more people, it's slightly going down. And then I like to check at Beacon Chain, the Beacon Scan, which is the explorer for the Ethereum 2.0. You can see the stats of the Beacon Chain, so the main chain of Ethereum 2.0. So here, yeah, network participation, like we're still very stable, close to 100%. Here you can see the blocks, everything's going fine. And for the active validator, now we only have 50,000 pending. Before we had more. So yeah, I mean the number of new validators that are applying to be in ETH2 is start to slow down a little bit, but that's normal. You know, like when Ethereum 2.0 was launched, there was this huge enthusiasm. Now it's declining a little bit, but yeah, in the future it's going to come back. All right, so today, exceptionally, I'm going to talk of some other blockchain. Usually I'm all about Ethereum, but this week I felt like there was some important news I needed to tell you. So first, news about Polkadot. So Polkadot is a competitor to Ethereum. So they built something that is a little bit similar to the vision of Ethereum 2.0 with a central blockchain and many separate blockchains. However, all of these blockchains are specialized, contrary to Ethereum 2.0, where all of this, we call this, how do we call this? I forgot, what's the name? Anyway, like all of the sub blockchain in Ethereum 2.0, they are exactly the same, whereas in Polkadot they are specialized. So anybody can add his or her own blockchain, from what I understand. And so I find this super exciting. Really, it's not just you do smart contract, but you can actually create your own sub blockchain. And so yeah, I'm super excited. It's been a long time I haven't been excited by a blockchain project, I have to say. So yeah, super good. So I think I'm going to start to study this project. And what is interesting for their token is that it's still relatively cheap compared to other, which is very important for people in crypto. People like to see token with low price. So I see a lot of potential for appreciation for Polkadot. Yeah, but of course, do your own research. Be careful. Disclaimer. You know, the whole thing. I'm not responsible. Except if you make money. If you make money, I am responsible. Okay. If you make money, you tweet it was thanks to Julian. But if you lose, you don't talk about it. All right. So. Next news, Dan Larimer quit EOS. So EOS, that was supposed to be an Ethereum killer, but it didn't quite work out. So you see the token price, it stayed flat in 2020 while the rest of the crypto market was rallying. So yeah, clearly there's a big problem with this project. So to be transparent, I never like EOS. I never liked the technology and I didn't like the leadership. The technology, I already tried a couple of tutorials and I found that was so complicated. They use C++ and there's all this like crazy tooling. Yeah, like that was just so kind of retarded compared to Ethereum, really. So yeah, I really didn't understand why we have to make it so complex. Using C++ for smart contract, are you kidding me? Like that's the worst choice possible. And about the leadership, Dan Larimer, so this guy's already the third project he abandoned. He abandoned BitShare, which was the earliest crypto exchange. He abandoned also Steemit, which was a decentralized medium, like so a decentralized blogging platform where authors were paid according to the number of views. So my suggestion to EOS developers is just put your life jacket on, jump off the ship now, and swim to the Ethereum boat, because our boat is way bigger, it's nicer, we have more money, we have more people, we have a swimming pool on the top deck. I mean, come, like, it's gonna be fun. Like, come now. Okay, so next news about the insurrection in the US, so the storming of the Capitol. So apparently there's some French guy that sent some Bitcoin $500,000 of Bitcoin sent to the insurrectionists in the US. So now apparently France is in the conspiration. Oh man, this is not good for France. I'm telling you, this is not good for us. America will attack us. Like, we are funding the insurrection with crypto, okay? This is very serious. I'm joking. I don't know if this is true or not, but I mean, I just think this is a really weird story. Like, why someone in France would be involved? Very, very weird. As if they don't have enough money in the US. Come on. Come on. Okay, so next, let's see the market cap of DeFi, which keep going up. So 25 billion this week, and the reason why I'm especially happy is because this time is not just due to an increase of the price of Ether, because the price of Ether was pretty stagnant this week. It's actually due to the number of Ether going up in the DeFi ecosystem. You can see like we had this long outflow, and finally this is flowing again in DeFi. So this is for me the most important trend. So let's hope that this is going to continue. And then on the ranking side, so Maker still number one, but okay, let's switch back to USD value. Uniswap earned back is spot, so now it's the second project with like 4 billion locked. Wow, like that's really huge, with a huge increase day to day. Yeah, so congrats to Uniswap. I mean, to me, like Uniswap, it deserves to be number one or number two. Really, it's such an important project, and Aave very good too. Compound, yeah, in the top curve, yeah, no, and SushiSwap now you can see is like half of Uniswap now. Yeah, Synthetix also doing really well, the top derivative project on Ethereum. I'm happy for Balancer too. Yeah, Balancer for a long time it was like really way down in the ranking. Now it's very high. I mean, now when I see this ranking, I feel like it really makes sense. It really makes sense. Maybe Yon Finance deserve to be a little bit higher, but yeah, like DYDX, I think they deserve to. DYDX, Loopring, I see these two a lot of potential there. Yeah. Set Protocol also has a lot of potential. Hejik, yeah, this is like option stuff. So potential but risky. Matic, oh my god, Matic is going to do something good. Matic, that's for sure. Okay, I think they've added some project before. It stopped at like top 50, but now it's going. We have more project. Okay, cool. So then let's have a look at the rate. So the rate this week, what do we have crazy? We have 20% for DAI on DYDX, pretty sweet. What is that? 14% USDC on DYDX, cool. Tether on Compound, 12%. Yes, very good Tether, because as you should know, I have some Tether on Compound. Okay, so I'm happy when it goes up. Okay, so next, let's see the winners and the loser for this week. So first, the winner. So we have Perp. So that's basically a derivative project. It's doing super well. MPH, so this is a lending protocol, but what the difference with Compound is that you have a fixed rate. So it's probably they do a lot of magic in the backend to make it a fixed rate. Probably they use some sort of derivative or something like this. So yeah, interesting. I think giving you a fixed rate on your lending on DeFi, this is something that's going to take off a lot. Because companies, they want to have some certainty. They don't want to have when they invest their money, they want to know in advance how much it's going to make them. Curve Finance. So yeah, Curve Finance is the top decentralized exchange for stablecoin. Cream. So Cream, this is a fork of a DeFi project. I think this is the fork of Compound. And I think they're based in Taiwan actually. Well, I should know. I am in Taiwan. GRT, so this is a token of the graph, a lot of potential. MTA, this is an algorithmic stablecoin if I'm not mistaken. So algorithmic stablecoin still very experimental. Yeah, Sushi is doing well. EdgeGate, this is a DeFi derivative project, so quite speculative. 1inch, the aggregator, this is really the market leader for aggregator. I think a lot of potential for 1inch. Uni, yes, the leader of the centralized exchange. Yeah, so a lot of green this week. You know, like when you see so much green like this, you feel like, how about your FOMO factor guy? Like when you see so much green, like how on a scale from 0 to 100, how much is your FOMO factor? I mean, mine is like 1000, you know? So it's always the same thing. You see this and you're like, oh my God, you can't lose. So then like you start to put 10K, and then next week, of course, everything is red. Always like this. Always like this. So then let's see the losers. Not many losers this week, and the loss are pretty limited compared to the wins. Okay, this one I have no idea. NEC, ESD, I don't know. Pico, this is the fork. Some wrap Bitcoin here. Wrap Bitcoin. Gen BTC. Yeah. Yeah. Not many loser in the famous DeFi protocol. Yeah, mostly less known project. Okay, so next I want to talk of Dex volume. So we often hear people who say that DeFi is just a fad. We had the DeFi summer in 2020 and that's it will never come back. Ha ha ha, you guys DeFi guys, you are so stupid, blah blah blah. Well. For the last 2 weeks, it was the best ever for Dex trading volume. And just halfway through January, we're already at the total of September volume. So I feel like we're gonna have a very quick return of DeFi. Very, very quick. This is gonna be violent. This is gonna be really violent. Okay, so next, I wanted to show you this tweet of Balajis. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. So his tweet is, the crypto version of any product ends up being far more valuable than the original. Bitcoin is already more valuable than PayPal and will eventually be more valuable than gold. And the various DeFi apps on Ethereum will be more valuable than their fintech cognates. Oh, actually, I learned a new word in English. Who knows what's the meaning of cognate? I'm not even sure I say it properly. It sounds, yeah, you know, like, okay, this is your challenge for next week. Try to use the word cognate in a sentence, okay? This is your challenge. And next week, you tell me how you manage this. So, who is this guy? This guy is an angel investor and entrepreneur. He was formerly the CTO of Coinbase and is a general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, which is one of the biggest VC in the Silicon Valley. He was also the co-founder of various companies like Earn.com, which was acquired by Coinbase, and also Coin Center, which is a non-profit organization to lobby for the crypto industry. So Coin Center is not very known in the crypto industry, I mean, except from the professional, the retail that doesn't know anything about this, but this is very, very important. So yeah, so this guy clearly is someone super important in the crypto industry. And yeah, he gave us this word of encouragement. Yeah, but the more important, guys, is this new word, cognate, okay? Enrich your vocabulary, okay? Then we're gonna continue with the news, specific news for DeFi project. So Synthetix, they just launched their SNX staking live on optimistic Ethereum L2. Okay, so we're going to decode this. What does this mean? So first of all, Synthetix, if you've never heard about it, this is a derivative protocol on Ethereum. It allows you to create a Synthetix assets. So this is basically for advanced trader. If you're a beginner, Synthetix is not for you. So this is just a phase of the migration to a L2 scaling solution. So the migration of Synthetix will be completed in several phases. So of course, we're in the context of very high gas fees. Most DeFi protocols are trying to find a solution by moving to a sidechain. So optimistic Ethereum is one of the most promising L2 scaling solutions. So right now, there is a race between the various L2 scaling solutions to quickly attract as many DeFi protocols as possible so that they can become the sidechain for DeFi. So the team of Synthetix wrote a blog post to explain why they chose optimistic Ethereum, because there are many other alternatives. So the gist of it is that they have reviewed many L2 scaling solutions. they believe that the community is going to settle on optimistic Ethereum because first, you can redeploy existing Solidity smart contract without rewriting them for optimistic Ethereum. So this is super important because you have other solution for scaling where they have specific smart contract language. So of course this requires a huge engineering effort to do the migration. So it's a big blocker. And second reason why they think it's the best sidechain is because you don't lose composability, which is an extremely important requirement. DeFi is all about combining money Legos. So if you start to fragment the ecosystem, it really loses a lot of its value. So DeFi protocol try to avoid this. So according to Synthetix, the experience of interacting with the protocol on Optimism will be similar to what you have on L1, so the main chain, except that right now only MetaMask is accepted, and they are going to launch a new staking dApp for this migration, but for now you have to use the old dApp. So I mean, it's not entirely ready. They have launched, but still some stuff to iron out, some little detail. But overall, this is the first really big DeFi protocol that announced that actually start its migration to L2. So it's good. Very soon, I'm sure we're gonna have like a couple of big DeFi protocol who migrated there, and the fee will start to go down, and we'll see even more money coming in DeFi. That's the plan. Okay, so next, some news about stablecoin. So Tether, which is the biggest stablecoin, just minted a record $2 billion in 1 week. So now we have over 25 billion Tether who circulate across Ethereum. And so if you want to make some comparison, 1 year ago, it was only 5 billion. So that was a huge progression in 1 year. So the growth comes from a variety of factors. So you have some people who don't put their trust in a local bank and currency who start to invest in stablecoin. Then the growth also comes when traders start to aggressively sell Bitcoin into Tether. And the growth also comes from, so I'm going to quote the article, the ability to use Tether as collateral for an increasing number of derivative products. So they're talking of DeFi protocols like Compound, etc. So that's important development, the rise of the stablecoin, because really that's going to capture the attention of regulators. Regulators, they might be a little bit concerned about Bitcoin, but what they're really concerned about is stablecoin. So probably at some point this year, we're going to see some friction between regulators and stablecoin. But this is like the mainstream adoption is going to go through, it's going to require the widestream adoption of stablecoins. Super, super important to follow the news, the updates about stablecoin. Then let's talk of some on the investment side, which startup raised money. So this app, it's called MapMe. It's a travel app. They raised $50 million. So the fresh capital will go toward the launch of a multi-currency wallet and enable a DeFi ecosystem on their platform. Okay, so I have to say, I am very surprised. So very surprised because of two things. First, this is a travel app, and I don't know how they pulled it off, but they raised 50 million in the middle of the pandemic, where travel is probably the worst impacted industry. So I don't know how they were able to pull it off. It's just, these guys must be so smart, or the investors stupid, I don't know. But yeah, they must be doing something amazing, really, because really investors are not stupid. So yeah, they must be doing something great. And I don't know why they're going to, what's the relationship between travel app and DeFi? This, I really didn't get it. But anyway, it's always good when you hear of a company that raised money and this is to build DeFi project, because it means more money to pay your salaries as developers. So that's good. Then some news about big banks. So Goldman Sachs is about to enter crypto market with crypto custody. So let me give a bit of context here. So Goldman Sachs is one of the 3 big banks in the US, the other 2 being Citi and JP Morgan. So in the business world, Goldman Sachs is really one of the most prestigious banks, if not the most prestigious. When I was studying my master in finance in France, working at Goldman Sachs was the dream of most classmates. Like if you say your friends, your classmate that you just had an interview at Goldman Sachs, oh my God, like you're like a semi-god, you know? So it's really a big deal that they are thinking of moving to crypto. So if they move to crypto, yeah, it's going to be a huge boost for the credibility of the entire industry. And they are not the only one considering this move. JP Morgan is also considering becoming a crypto custodian. So we might have 2 big US banks who become crypto custodian this year. So an interesting quote from the article is this: a tectonic shift took place in the world of crypto custody this week as San Francisco-based Anchorage attained conditional approval from the OCC, so that's a regulator in the US, to become a national digital bank and unequivocally meet the definition of qualified custodian in the process. Okay, so remember last week the OCC, so the regulator, said that banks will be allowed to transfer stablecoin. So yeah, things are moving really fast for stablecoin and regulation, and I'm really surprised. I was expecting the regulators to be super against stablecoin, but like recently we had some super bullish news. So yeah, let's wait and see. Okay, so next for regulation, some news from Christine Lagarde, which is the head of the European Central Bank. So she has called for global regulation on Bitcoin, labeling the cryptocurrency reprehensible. So Christine Lagarde, for those who don't know, was also the Ministry of Finance in France 10 years ago. And I know it because she used to be the boss of my dad. Yes, my dad used to work at the French Ministry of Finance, and sometime on the weekend he would be on call. And once in a while there were some issues and he had to fix stuff in emergency. Can you imagine the stress, guy? It's like the president of your country, so you're a developer, okay? The president of your country call you and say, hey, what's up with the tax? What's up? Like your code took all the money in the bank account. We said the tax rate is 20%, not 100%. People are breaking everything in the street. They are furious. Fix the bug now. And then you have 5 minutes to fix the bug in your JavaScript code to fix for the entire country. So then you find it, you fix it, you write the test, you commit the code, you push to GitHub, you trigger continuous integration, push to production, run database migration, refund the excess tax, and boom, problem solved. And the president gives you a thumb up emoji on GitHub. Nice job. And then that's it. Back to Netflix. Nothing happened. Okay, guys, I think I went a little bit too far. So I'm afraid that there are only 5% of people who understood my joke. It's programmer humor, okay? You will understand once you're programming Jedi, okay? So next, still talking of a programmer, but this time it's not about humor. Well, I mean, maybe it's funny for us, but not for him. So this guy, he forgot his private key. He lose all of his Bitcoin. So Stefan Thomas, a German-born programmer living in San Francisco, has 2 guesses left to figure out a password that is worth, out of this week, $220 million. Well, actually now it's 260. The password will let him unlock a small hard drive known as an iron key, which contains a private key to a digital wallet that holds 7,002 Bitcoin. 7,002, very important. So the problem is that Mr. Thomas years ago lost the paper where he wrote down the password for his iron key, which gives user 10 guesses before it sees up and encrypts the content forever. So can you imagine how stressed out he will be when he will do his last 2 attempts? Oh my God. What would you do? I don't know, like hire a psychologist to try to get into your mind and see like what is the most likely password, like what's the process. It's like you have to do an investigation in yourself. So, okay, I know what he should do. He should create a prediction market, a DeFi prediction market for whether or not he's going to figure out the password. And he buy a lot of the negative bet, okay? That's how he's going to monetize the situation. With DeFi, you always have a solution, okay? And then he tries the two remaining combination, and when he does this, he should stream it on YouTube. Seriously, it's gonna make so many views. This is gonna be insane. But yeah, no, it's actually sad for him. But you know what? What I think about this is the money that is too easily gained can also be too easily lost. So that's why I don't really get jealous of people who win the lottery. You know, they don't really appreciate the real value of their money because they didn't really work hard to get it. So yeah, like in general, I mean, sometimes you hear about crazy stories like this, but that's fine. You know, we are normal people. We have to work hard to make money. That's fine. Okay, so then some news for developers. So there is this article of Andre Cronje that wrote about building DeFi as a dev. So it's a follow-up of a rant that he wrote almost a year ago. So some context. So Andre works on a lot of DeFi projects at the same time. I think it's probably overworked, and he received a lot of complaints from users on Twitter. So I think he's just on too many projects at the same time. So this is the perfect recipe for burning out. So let's see what he has to say. He say, I quote, "Development takes time, much longer than even you as a developer think it will. 9 out of 10 ideas will fail. You can spend months or years building on something that conceptually you thought would take a few weeks. This is part of the process." So what do I have to say about this? Listen, you need investment, okay? If you want to launch your own DeFi project, you do the prototype yourself, but quickly you need to do some research to find how you can get some VCs to invest in your project, because probably it's going to take years before you actually launch the full version. So factor in this element. If you want to launch your DeFi project, you will need some investment at some point. Okay, so next quote of this article. "But now add hundreds, sometimes thousands of people shouting on Telegram, Discord, and Twitter when it will be released. Why hasn't it been released? Give us an update," and often significantly more hostile messages. So take something that is already difficult and make it exponentially worse. As DeFi developer, our work is incredibly public. The good, more eyes, more peer review, faster development cycles. The bad, your mistakes are used as ammunition against you, and you will use for weeks and months after they have been rectified. Your delays are seen as incompetence, and your failures are amplified tenfold. So what do I have to say about this? It's true that the way we develop software in blockchain and DeFi is just totally different from other areas of the tech industry, because there is all this money that is involved. Most blockchain projects have some sort of tokens with many retail investors, whereas for traditional startups, you have professional investors, VCs, who do not expect new features being shipped every single day, who do not expect some financial result in the next month or even the next year. This guy really patient. So yeah, we get all these really investor with unrealistic expectation, but on the other hand, we get funding way more easily in the blockchain industry. So you know, it's really the other side of the coin, or should I say the other side of the token. So I mean, really, we can't have it all. You know, we don't control the reaction of all these people. We just have to accept it. If you want to be a builder in blockchain / DeFi, you will have that kind of shitty reactions. Like, for example, on my channel, I have a couple of haters from time to time. But you know, I got used to it. My technique is very simple. I just do not engage with the haters. It's as simple as this. If you feel like someone is being negative and does not add anything to the conversation, no constructive criticism, you just ignore the message, you hide the message, block them. Who cares? You know, you're busy, you have stuff to do, you stay focused on your goal, and you ignore the irrelevant stuff. That's it. That's the price to success. You will have this. So it's no big deal. So yeah, that's what I have to say in response of this article of Andre Cronje. And last thing I want to show you is this site of one of my students. So that's basically like a Reddit for crypto. So it's really beautiful, it's simple, it can easily be monetized with ads, and it already has some users, as you can see. So I really love it. So I wanted to show you this to show you that you don't need to do something complicated. You can start with a simple project and it can be useful, and you can have some traction quickly. So yeah, that was the inspiration of the week. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the Q&A, so let me post quickly the link to the DeFi course. Okay, so let's scroll up, let's see who is here. Hi, Akesh, Miho, Tucano, Joe, BSTN, Batman, Ford, Cenobite, Abracadabra, Edwin. He was asking me, is DeFi yield farming out yet? Just after the video. Today I was scripting the video just after I will record it. Abracadabra. Oh, it's called Substrate. Oh yeah, you were responding to when I was talking of Polkadot. So Miho saying there is a lot of hype on Cardano. Yeah, I haven't really followed Cardano, but I mean already like with Polkadot, like, I don't have enough time to be on Ethereum and Polkadot and Cardano. So really, I don't see what's so revolutionary about Cardano. Like Polkadot, I can really see the difference compared to Ethereum, but Cardano, it just feels like some sort of alternative version of Ethereum with a couple of years of delay, basically. Nothing groundbreaking. Denison, what's the best? Your course to start to become a blockchain developer if I have a front-end development background. So yeah, you need to have a background in web development to do my course on blockchain development. So yeah, it's if you want to become a blockchain developer, then you can take my course, 6-figure blockchain developer. You have the good background. And after, if you want to specialize in DeFi, you can take the course on DeFi. But first, the basics is 6-figure blockchain development. Let me see. Adrian, Tron look nice. The energy thing in there. Tron. I'm not a fan of Tron. For me, it's just a copy paste of Ethereum. I never really saw what was so incredible about this project. Okay. So, Abracadabra. I'm having one white flag for you, Julian. So no stress. Oh yeah, it's when I was talking of this this French guy who sent some Bitcoin to the insurrectionists in the US. Crypto saying what? Crypto DZ asking, what do you think about Harmony project? I don't know. I will check it out after the live. Abracadabra. Question for Julian. Okay, this is what I love about Abracadabra. He always say question for Julian. So I know this is a question for me. Love it. So if you have to choose Uniswap or 1inch or Sushi, oh my god, oh, tough question. Well. I would say Uniswap first and 1inch a close second. Yeah, because Uniswap is being there for so long. So really at this point it has been de-risked a lot. But 1inch, I think 1inch is more risky, but maybe it has more potential than Uniswap because it's really going to be a protocol that give you access to the end users. So in the future, probably that everybody will use some sort of exchange aggregator like 1inch. So Uniswap will be more like a sort of backend protocol, and you'll have some sort of front-end protocol in front of it that probably capture most of the value. Yeah, so that's what I have to say. What do you think about Link? Ronnie saying this. Well, I mean, they are the leader for oracles. So, and oracles are super useful. So yeah, bullish on Link. Okay, Abracadabra say Ben could be better. Maybe, but I think the ecosystem of Chainlink is way more developed than Ben. Okay, question for Julian. Abracadabra, how you see the mainnet of Cardano? Could be that so massive? So I've just studied Cardano like maybe a couple of months ago. I checked the technology and everything seems so backward. Like the programming language, the tooling, I was like, oh my god, like it was basically like Ethereum in 2015. Like they're starting from the beginning. And they're posting this news. Oh yeah, it's so exciting! And in 6 months we can do some smart contract. Great guys, you are just 6 years late. Yeah, no, I really don't see it happening for Cardano. Abracadabra, yes, SNX have a lot since $3. Nice profit. Question for Julian. What do you think about the Tether suit? Could that harm DeFi? Actually, I didn't even follow that news. But I mean, I know Tether has been through a couple of controversy. At this point, seems like they were able to figure it out in the past. They have like some big corporate backing, so I think they will figure it out. I think, yeah. But if you don't feel comfortable with Tether, you can go to you can switch to USDC or DAI. Yeah, actually maybe USDC better, because DAI in the backend they use some Tether to as collateral. Okay. Let's see. What do we have next? Ron Miller. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, hi Ron. I always wanted to visit Texas, man. Like one day I want to visit the south of the US. Like maybe do a road trip, from Las Vegas to the East Coast, like going through all the national park, and like, with all these scene that we see in movies, like the Red Mountain. I don't know the name of this. I think it's near like the Grand Canyon. Like you have like so many of this landscape. Yeah. Abracadabra. Question for Julian. Any news about the ERC 31337? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I think you asked me so many times. Hey, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm going to put it right away on my to-do list for the next week, because I think you've been asking me for a month, something like this. Actually, I was about to do it last week, but I messed up with the number. So I think I searched something like ERC 337, and I was like, I cannot find it. Okay, but now I get it, like 31337. Ariel saying, is Solidity going to change drastically in Ethereum 2.0? No, because they're going to keep the same EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine. So there is no reason to change. Also keep in mind that Solidity, the programming language you use to write the smart contract, is not what actually runs in the blockchain, because this is compiled to something that is called the EVM opcode. So even if something were to change at the EVM base, at the EVM level, then in the code of the Solidity compiler that makes the translation from the high-level Solidity code to the low-level opcode, they can update this part so that the opcode it produces is different. But for you, the programmer, what you see will be the same. So first of all, the EVM will stay the same, and even if it changed, there are ways to keep it the same for programmer. Lloyd, question: your fee six-figure course include 8 hours of support from you? Or did I say anything like this in a sales page? No, I mean, okay. So you have support from me in the sense that if you have question, you can ask me by email or you can send me in the chat. But just to be clear, I don't assign a number to this. So it's just when you have a question, you ask me, but you don't have a dedicated number of hours, or you don't have like 8 hours of like a private one-to-one. If that's what you're asking, it's just the course is what you pay for. This is the access to the video plus the community where you can ask questions to me and to other students. Yeah, BT. Yeah, of course. If you have questions about the course, I will help you. I will unstuck you. CryptoMosin, any thought on XDAI? Have you looked into using it as a layer 2? Yeah, I was doing some research for a tutorial a couple of months ago, and I compare it to Matic, and it seems like Matic was more developed. And I've heard more projects that are considering maybe Matic. So, like number one, it seems like optimistic Ethereum is gaining most traction. Then Matic close number 2, and then XDAI. Yeah. THX, where can I post links on Eat the Blocks? What do you mean, THX? You mean you want to? Yeah, I don't know what you mean posting links on Eat the Blocks. Lloyd saying, I came in late. Was the Optimism L2 soft launch covered? No, it wasn't. But I covered the migration of Synthetix to Optimism. So yeah, but I think you were asking about Optimism itself. There's Abracadabra. There is Tether suit running right now. Okay. Well, thanks, Abracadabra. We're gonna check that up. Kelly Ben Osman. Hi, Julian. Question for Julian. What's the best ecosystem to build NFT? Good question. So I know that Tron was popular for games, but now we start to see more and more NFT that are mixed with DeFi. And so for that, Ethereum will be better. Also, the main marketplace for NFT, they are on Ethereum. So yeah, I would say Ethereum, even though you have the high gas fees, still Ethereum. Okay. MT, do you have a course to price option that included all videos? Okay, so this was during Black Friday. There was an offer for everything, but now I don't have one. Probably for next Black Friday, I will do another one. Yeah, but not right now. Crypto Stanley, I have an awesome project idea. Can we collaborate together? I'm super busy on my course. I mean, you can send me what you want to do, and maybe I can try to link you up with someone. But yeah, most likely it's gonna be tough. Shazin Tariq, hi Julian, hi Shazin. Yeah, so Shazin is one of my students, and recently he's been killing it on some freelancer website. Yeah, I mean, really, congratulations, because I mean, sometimes it's a bit hard to start on freelancer website, but yeah, Tariq, like you're doing great as a freelancer. Okay, so THX, I want to post links on how to get TikTok coin back. But THX, are you in a private Discord? I mean, I think you are one of my students, right? Yeah, you can post in a Discord. Yeah. Okay, I think we are reaching the end of the question. Maybe I can wait like another 10 seconds just to see if we have the last questions, but after we are going to wrap it up. Oh yeah, so for people who arrive late, this is so the tooling to my course, my main course is so course on DeFi, this one, and 6-figure blockchain developer, this one. Okay. Yes, THX. Yeah, so you can post anything you want in a private Discord, no problem. Yeah, in a general chat, it's good. Yeah. Okay. So guys, I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for coming, and I will see you later on my channel this week. Have a great day. Bye, guys.